here with head coach Rob Jones. Congrats on the win. I don't know what you were expecting today, but they gave you a good shot from your seat, from where you were standing there on the sideline. What did it take to push your team over the top?
Well, I thought we had a terrific response in the second half. Certainly didn't start the game the way that we wanted to. Felt like we were a little bit flat. Anytime you end up in a elementary school day game, like playing at 11 o'clock, there's some oddities to the game. And I don't think we handled those well at the beginning, but I felt like we really responded and handled it well in the second half. I thought our bench production was terrific. Curtis Blair, Mikail Harmison, Jordan Jonathan, those guys really gave us a significant boost coming off the bench, and was really, really proud of those guys.
You mentioned the elementary day game. Speak to the viewers. Why the game? What were the positives of doing such a game?
Yeah, it's a great thing to have people that aren't on your campus on an everyday basis, people that aren't normal attenders to your games, to have them experience the game atmosphere, to experience our campus. Quite frankly, I hope that they get a chance to experience our players and to see the passion and then the joy and the connectivity that they play with. I think it's just I think it's a chance to speak about Cedarville University and the mission.
I think in the first half, your team attempted 6 two-pointers, and by the end of the game, you had 24 of those. Can you talk about maybe what that halftime adjustment looked like, or was that just more what you were seeing from their defense?
Yeah, I thought they really did a good job of kind of clogging things up, and they were playing really tight and really sticky, especially when the ball went down in the post. They were kind of doubling it, and so in many ways, I think we were taking the right shots. But at some point, right, if you're taking so many of them and you aren't making those, and I felt like we weren't taking them out of aggression. We were taking them out of kind of like, I guess we need to take this one. And there's a big difference in the mentality at which you play there. So we did talk about that. We talked about, hey, we got to keep attacking the rim. The best threes that you're going to get are when you're attacking the rim and you collapse the defense and then throw the ball out. So it felt like in the first half we were playing a little too side to side and not enough putting pressure on the rim. Thought we did a much better job of that in the second half. Some of that was created by our defense. I thought we had some turnovers that we created in the second half that we were able to kind of get some momentum by getting some points in transition, getting some 2-point baskets. Also, we did a decent job. Anthony Ruffalo did a decent job of coming off of ball screens and playing at the rim, getting some 2-point baskets.
Coach, you mentioned the bench points. Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about Curtis, and he's 1 rebound away from a double-double today. He had an outstanding game, and just what that energy looked like, because like I mentioned earlier, it didn't look like the energy dropped despite open looks, as you mentioned, not going in.
Sure.
But speak to guys like Curtis and how important his energy is.
Yeah, Curtis has been really good, and I'm happy for Curtis because Curtis had 3 really good days of practice leading up to this, and so whenever you see the fruit of those efforts and that work in practice, especially as a coach, it just makes you smile. So appreciative of how he's been attacking it. He's been a big boost for us, and I think that in many ways he's trying to find his traction in college basketball and trying to figure out what it looks like, and but he's impacting his team in a really good way. I think his energy and enthusiasm at which he plays with gave us a much needed boost. Okay, so I'm super thankful for that.
Right. Here with Jordan Jonathan. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate it.
Give me your impressions, what it took to pull this one out at the end.
It took a lot. I think our preparation going into the game could have been better, but we did a great job responding. I think there were a lot of moments in the game where we could have folded, especially in that second half. We made a bit of a run, and then they continued to extend their lead, but we were able to just stick together, bring a lot of energy, and that just what helped us in the end.
You came off the bench. What did you see your role when you came into the game?
Just keeping everybody connected. I think that was really important. Our offense was a little bit stagnant at the start of the game, and we were getting the looks that we wanted, but it still felt just a little bit disconnected. So coming in, I just wanted to make sure everyone's on the same page, just so we could get those same shots, but a little bit more in rhythm.
Plus minus is one of those stats where some coaches like it, some coaches don't, but you did lead your team in plus minus with plus 25. Can you talk about the energy you bring to the game, especially when you're coming off the bench in that role today?
Yeah, I think it's really important. Just my role in this team is being able to bring energy from the bench, no matter what the situation of the game is, whether we're up 25, whether we're down 25, just being able to be that spark plug, and people see me coming to the game, and just get that positive emotion. So yeah, I know that stat of plus minus can be a little bit iffy, but I think it's a good sign.
Jordan, back and forth game, especially in the second half for most of the way. You guys go on that 10-2 run a little over halfway through. What changed there for you guys to finally be able to kind of create some space and separate on the court?
Yeah, I think definitely started on the defensive end. Once we can string a few stops together, it just flows straight into our offense. So just in that period, being able to stop them from scoring, stop them from getting 2 feet in the paint was a big point of emphasis for us. And then that's just what sparked us to go on our run.
Thanks.
You're with Mikail Harmison. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
But it took a while. It took
Yes,
about
sir.
30 minutes to shake this team off. From a player's perspective, what did it take? What was the difference?
I think just that shift in energy. That second half, they punched us in the mouth. It started the game, punched us in the mouth, and I think just that shift in energy and getting defensive stops really helped us surge back.
Much like anybody that comes off the bench, again, what did you see your role when you came in to relieve some of those starters?
Just focus on the defensive end again and bring energy to the team, and just doing all the little things, trying to get offensive rebounds, the tip outs, and just giving us second chances. Because we weren't really hitting shots much in the first half, just getting the second chances to try to get points on the board.
You guys had a 32-7 advantage with bench points. Can you talk about just the confidence you have with the starters, with the kind of the second group, if you will, just that cohesive unit that you guys are?
Yeah, like coming off the bench, you kind of get like a gauge on how other teams going to play, like their tendencies and how they guard ball screens. So we kind of get a feel for it, and just going out there play confident. Our coaches believe in us and believe in every shot we take. So yeah.
Mikail, from the broadcast booth, it didn't look like, despite you guys appearing to not have your fastball, maybe you'd say early on in the game, you guys, your energy didn't drop.
Right.
What does it say about you guys on a game where maybe you don't have your best for a lot of the game going on, that you're still able to separate, you still get the win, your bench, the energy is still good the whole time? What does that say about you guys as a squad going into conference season?
I think just how connected we are. Coach talks about it every day in practice, just our connection, our small interactions. I think off the floor, how connected we are helps a lot about how on the floor, just in those tough moments of adversity, staying connected through it all.